So now a project that I've worked all week on. The best, and I agree it's arguable, the best horse racing movies of all time. Here's the segment with my first 5 horse racing movies.
MGM's Children's Matinee presents National Velvet, about a race called the Grand National, and a girl named Velvet, whose biggest dream was to win it.
The classic one, of course, and all the little girls love this one, National Velvet, about a young lady who turns an unwanted horse into a great champion. Elizabeth Taylor was just 12 when she starred in this.
I want to be a famous rider. I should like to race.
And a very young Mickey Rooney was her co-star.
Velvet Brown, who do you think you are?
Well, I'm the owner of the pie.
And does that give you leave to go poking your head out amongst the stars? Believing you could take the richest, grandest prize a horse ever won?
I don't think I'll ruin the ending by revealing that, in fact, Velvet and her horse, the Pie, win the big race.
Wait, there's a horse coming up on the far side. He's coming up fast. I can't quite see who it is. It's number 28. 28, it's the Pie.
He's a freak. He came from nowhere.
Far Lap was a 1983 movie set in the Depression years about a legendary Australian horse that electrified the country by winning 23 important stakes races, but then ended up dying mysteriously.
His trainer pushed him to the limit.
Don't you care what happens to him? You'll kill him.
Nothing's going to happen to him.
His owner wouldn't give him a chance.
Sell him for the best price you can get.
And when the competition learned he couldn't be beaten, they knew he had to be stopped.
You'd be surprised what people will do if they stand to lose £1 million, Harry.
And they're off in the 99th running of the Kentucky Derby.
Secretariat was a great racehorse, but the movie Secretariat, not so great. Oh, it's pretty, and it's got the gorgeous Diane Lane playing Penny Tweedy, but it's very Disney-fied with overly dramatic music, and it doesn't exactly stick to the facts. My biggest problem with this movie in 1973, when Secretariat won the Kentucky Derby, he did it in record time, 1:59 2/5, but in this movie, it takes him 3 minutes and 12 seconds to run the 1.25 miles, and that to me is horribly wrong.
It's Secretariat at the finish!
Then there's 50-1, which is a lot of fun because it doesn't take itself seriously. A couple of ragtag owners, Mark Allen and Leonard Block, got a horse named Mind That Bird, who didn't seem to be anything special. But because he did win some stakes races in Canada, with Chantal Sutherland aboard, by the way, he had just enough points to sneak into a big race.
Mr. Allen, your horse qualified for the Derby, the Kentucky Derby.
What's very good about 50-1 is that it's essentially true. Mind That Bird was the definitive long shot.
Please, God, just don't let him be last.
Mind That Bird's improbable rail-running explosion from 16th around the far turn to pass every other horse even caught announcer Tom Durkin by surprise.
Pioneer of the Nile strikes the front just outside the 8th hole. Musket Man is coming hard down the center of the track, and Papa Clem's right there too. Down toward the inside, coming on through. That is Mind That Bird now is coming on to take the lead as they come down to the finish. And a spectacular upset. Mind That Bird has won the Kentucky Derby. An impossible result here.
Mind That Bird, ridden by Calvin Burrell, paid $103.20 and never won a race again. At the other end of the spectrum, Ruffian was a made-for-TV film about the great filly who in 1974 and 1975 won 8 stakes races. Unfortunately, she met a tragic end.
And they're off.
It was a match race with foolish pleasure.
Ruffian on the inside up the challenge.
Did they go too fast for the opening quarter in a 1.25 mile race?
The first quarter in 22 1/5 seconds.
Somewhere down the backstretch, disaster.
Ruffian has broken down. Ruffian has broken down. Ruffian has apparently broken her leg. The match race is over.